Okay, Allie, it's all yours.
BA, we've seen smaller market teams unhappy with how the buyout system has played out as of late. Agents using their leverage to get their clients to a more glamorous situation. Is it truly shifting the balance of power? That's subject to debate, guys, but these concerns aren't going away anytime soon.
Well, we'll see what comes of it, Allie. Thank you. And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Joel Embiid.
Unfortunately, we've seen his ability as a rebounder take a back seat these past few seasons. And I'd like to see him refocus on that element of his game. You can never have enough rebounds, in my opinion.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. And for Houston, James Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Paul George. And it's Embiid in it to 5. And Grant, you look at these rosters, a lot of talent in the backcourt.
Oh, a sign of the times, BA. Agility and skill is in demand, and that is on display tonight.
And the tip goes to Houston. George outside. Outside Irving. Embiid, a screen on Anthony. Pulls up at the elbow, and it's rejected. And here we go, the Knicks in transition. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Now, one thing Melo's done with the jump shot, he sped up his release. It's hard for defenders to affect his shot.
Shooting for New York, Carmelo Anthony, taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Anthony.
Well, you know, offensively, the style of Anthony's game, I mean, it just ages well like fine wine. I mean, he can go old school, back to the basket. He can stretch you out, and he's clutch.
And Anthony drops them both. And it's Houston's ball. And here's Harden in the game against Cleveland. Very impressive. Pass to George. No good from outside. Anthony up top. He's guarded by Irving. Here's Garnett. The shot comes out. Oh, excellent D there from Harden.
Yeah, it's been an unusual role for Embiid to get here. I mean, as a team, he was discovered at a basketball camp while living in Cameroon. He hadn't even really played the game.
Tipped. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now George checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Harden. Fires for 3. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Garnett. He's guarded by Irving. Garnett no good. And Embiid's dad wanted him to play pro volleyball.
Yeah, no doubt. Embiid probably would have excelled at that too, but he pursued his dream of playing in the NBA, and now he's dominant.
And it's DeRozan missing. Irving against Johnson. To the left wing. Here's Anthony. DeRozan with the rebound.
Look, they say there are no easy finishes in the NBA, but that should be easy.
Harden with it. Trying to get back on track. No! They're unable to get the tying basket. Here's Anthony. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
How many times have we seen this movie? Carmelo. Gets the angle, puts it. Defender in a no-win situation.
Timeout called. Houston.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
15 in his last outing. Here's Embiid. The Knicks pull it in, fresh off a win against the Warriors.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the painted area.
They certainly made their presence felt on defense. They were active and rejected a number of shots. Now, with all the intensity he plays with, boxing him out is a chore. A tough one.
Down low to end the drought. That shot off the mark. New York goes the other way with it. Last time they met was in New York.
In their last game against this opponent, they secured the win because their second unit really stepped up.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat.
Now here's Harden. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. And then Embiid with the dunk.
Chemistry Embiid has with his guys. He seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
To the inside. Wade, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Irving against Johnson.
Remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Back to Irving from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Garnett. The Knicks with the lead. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Johnson. And here's Anthony. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
George outside. Now here's Embiid. Blocked! Outside Johnson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. It's Anthony on the take. And Anthony slams it in.
You know you're doing something right when you find yourself up double digits in the first period.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. Right side Harden. Outside Irving. From deep. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
Playing with stars like LeBron, Harden, KD. Kyrie's learned to operate off the ball.
Pass to Anthony. Here's Garnett. There's 37 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And we've got to see that sensational mobile one block again.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Jason Tatum comes in for DeRozan. Paul, he's checked in for Harden. And it's Rondo in for Irving. And here are the Rockets now. 7-point differential. Pass to Tatum. To the middle. Here's Howard. There.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Here's West. George defending. Clock at 6. It's tipped. It's stolen by Howard. Outside Tatum with 2 seconds left. And no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Knicks out in front, up by 7. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this.
All right, let's do command the court. Get loud for your Club City.
If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
They've been quicker to the ball, showing great anticipation and terrific hustle.
Rajon Rondo out there with Chris Paul. Then there's Paul George. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Howard in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Robinson, a screen on Paul. Drives to the hoop. That one drops for him.
They have no answer defensively inside.
The Rockets trail. Outside Tatum. We'll see what much has been made about the demise of the big man, but Nikola Jokic, the reigning MVP. Before that, Giannis, he won it twice in a row. Is that talk overblown?
Yeah, it's overblown. Look at Joel Embiid. He's a big man. I mean, he can go to work in the paint, dominating, and then go outside and shoot the three. How about Anthony Davis? You got to put him in that conversation as well. What about the Stifle Tower? I think the style of play is changing. The big man,
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Now here's Tatum. George outside. 5 to shoot. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Ball from deep three-point land. That 3 off target. Had some space there after the pump fake.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Pass to Wade. The 3 is up. Paul George pulls it in. And it's Houston's ball. They trail by 9. It's off to Detroit after this game, where they will face the Pistons. That kicks off a 5-game road trip for the club. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Historically, a few franchises have gobbled up most of the NBA championships. A significant number of teams have never won a title, though. However, we're in an interesting time. A lot of those franchises are looking for their first title. They're among the top teams now. And guys, they're hoping to get on the board.
Oh, yes. Very interesting, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Rondo. Boy, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Knocks down the long J.
You can't let Tatum fire away from there. I mean, he's capable of really hurting you from distance. Yeah, I think all the way back to when Howard was drafted #1 overall. One of the toughest and smartest decisions we've seen from any front office.
Let's see who's the last man. Your Club City Captors.
Houston making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Paul George. And Kyrie Irving is subbed in for Paul. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Anthony against DeRozan. And Anthony slams it in.
Yeah, the strength of Anthony shining through there. He's able to take the contact and play right through it.
And Chris, after everything he went through, it was great to see him finally win his first ring in 2020.
And yeah, that was one of the things he hadn't accomplished. Individually, he had done everything else. Makes sense now that he only wants to play on championship contenders.
Here's Garnett. He had 9 points in his last time out.
You expect him to make those things. Got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Pass to Rondo. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. The Knicks have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter.
Come get it, come get it.
Johnson against Harden. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Can't get it to drop. Excellent D there from Embiid. Outside Irving. Pass to Tatum. And here is DeRozan. The fader. And he can't bank that one in.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Outside Johnson. Anthony outside. Here's Garnett. He's guarded by Irving. Back to Anthony. Fires the 3. Pure from three-point range. Anthony's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Harden, the pass to Tatum. 1:43 left to play in the second quarter. It's stolen by Johnson. Pass to Garnett. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Timeout called. Houston. Boy, you got to like what Carmelo Anthony has done in this game.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
George, he's checked in for Tatum. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Carter's checked in. A minute 20 left in the second period. Here's George, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Yes, such a skilled scorer. When George is looking to attack, it puts pressure on the D.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for New York.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
Another thing they're having success with tonight is the mid-range jump shot. It's been really falling for them. Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Here's George. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. George has gotten 4 this quarter.
It's Irving's responsibility to involve his teammates. I mean, he can, and especially when no one is covering him, he has it.
Oh, you better shoot that.
Here's Garnett. It's rebounded by George.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happens.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Embiid, a screen on Anthony. Here's DeRozan. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Still Rockets ball.
Howard's checked in for the Rockets. Ball comes in for James Harden. The Knicks making a switch here. Here's Irving, down to 5 on the shot clock. And a miss there off the inbound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Up top, Carter. He's guarded by Irving. To the paint. Back to Carter from outside the arc. No good on the shot. And so it's the New York Knicks closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Just pounding the painted area. Allie, as always, thanks.
Let's go off on a tangent, guys. What do you say? All right, fellas, let's check in on our first half of action and the dominating performance for the Knicks.
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a...
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, you got to like what Carmelo Anthony has done in this game.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
So on the floor for the Knicks. Pass to Garnett. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. DeRozan against Anthony. Now George. Here's Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Embiid's got his second basket.
George can make the tough passes. He can also make the easy ones, too. No way he was going to miss the wide-open man on that one.
Here's Garnett. George with the block. Pass to Irving. That one doesn't drop. New York goes the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. After this game, they can look forward to Boston, where they will match up against the Celtics. That'll wrap up this short two-game road trip. Here's Anthony. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Anthony's got 15 points.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Back to Irving. Launches the three. Oh, and Johnson with a block. And he's able to get it back. Irving, the pass to Embiid. Back to Irving. 4-3. The shot that time not on target.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Irving against Johnson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Wade. And the call will be against James Harden. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile one block a moment ago.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Rondo, he's checked in for the Rockets. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in. Here's Garnett. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. 4 on the clock. Robinson, a screen on DeRozan. Anthony, offensive rebound. And a big finish by Robinson.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Now here's George. Defense right on it. And there's a 3-second violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
Yeah, you got to be locked in at all times. Their inconsistent play is a big reason why they're losing.
Anthony outside. Three-pointer. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 15.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
The Knicks have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Now here's Johnson. Checked by Rondo. Wade misses. Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. And defying the analytics trend, DeRozan's favorite shot still remains the mid-range jumper.
I mean, they've tried to stretch him out with uneven results. Maybe better to surround him with three-point shooters, create space in the medium range area to maximize his effectiveness.
The Rockets have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. DeRozan against Anthony. Embiid, a screen on Anthony. DeRozan passes to Embiid. Shoots over Robinson. They get it back to stop the drought. And Embiid with the lay-in. Embiid's got 4 points now in the quarter.
How about the reach of Embiid, using those long arms to gobble up space inside?
New York calls timeout. It's time for T-shirt. And your Clutch City Texters.
Houston making some changes. Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid, and it's Chris Paul in for Rondo. And the Knicks making a change here. Anthony outside. Pass to Wade. Here's Malone. Anthony outside. Here's Malone. Defended by DeRozan. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard. And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
And you look at Harden, he's right on the cusp of securing his spot in the three-point contest. So I hope those votes keep pouring in because he's a guy you'd love to see in the mix.
Yeah, if he can make it in the door, you know he will do everything he can to win the whole thing, and it'll be a lot of fun to watch.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Howard, the screen. 10 feet away. It's tipped. And he gets it back.
He's still looking for his first bucket. You can't put all their struggles on him tonight, but he's been brutal.
Here's Wade. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8 points now. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for New York.
All those block shots, that's a clear indicator of the great D they've been playing, not giving them an inch of space out there.
Their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure hustle.
Pass to Anthony. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. The 11-footer. No good. A bit long that time.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
George passes to Irving. Pass to Howard. It's stolen by Johnson. Anthony with it. Back to Carter. Here's Wade. Anthony finds Johnson. And he drives in, lays it up, and banks it in. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
There's Howard with the three. Fires in the triple. And so it's New York in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. And their defense has been able to bottle up James Harden, one of the league's elite scorers. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
This is where the NBA's headed. I mean, multi-dimensional big men. That was just a beautiful pass.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first three quarters. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's James Harden. And it's DeRozan in at the three, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
The whole team is energized when Anthony's scoring like this. A guy they love to see racking up points.
Irving against Johnson. Inside. Ball stolen. Out left to the wing. To the inside. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Ooh, nice D from George. Boy, the Rockets really having a tough go here. Here's DeRozan. Deflected. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
Houston ball.
On the wing, Harden. George outside. The three is up.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
The Rockets again can't hit. Tries to break his ice. And the layup is up and in. And the Knicks lead by 20.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Johnson against Irving. Over Johnson. And another miss by Houston. The Knicks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Wade. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Now Johnson. These last seasons, we've had the privilege of listening to our players when they use their voices. And it's also been amazing to see the NBA work to support them.
You know, our players are empowered to stand up for what they believe in. I mean, it started with players like Bill Russell, Spencer Haywood, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And that's what our league is about. And we know that's a very special thing.
Oh, stolen by Embiid. DeRozan against Johnson. Embiid passes to Irving. To the paint. Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 6. Down low. Uses the glass on the layup.
He's made the most of the halftime break. He shook off the problems he had in the first half, and he started to settle in.
Now a timeout called by New York.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Get loud for your Club City Captors.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Right side Harden deflects the pass. DeRozan against Anthony. And there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Tough break for the defense. I mean, he took the hit, but he didn't get the call.
Pass to Johnson. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Irving.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Outside Johnson.
Yeah, just an outstanding defender. George's timing and feel for how to guard guys is a valuable commodity. And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Irving, the pass to George. Back to Irving. From deep. It's rebounded by Wade.
The perimeter game has failed him thus far. Hit 1 from range in the first half, but nothing since.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ooh, nice D from George. DeRozan finds Irving. And I think we're all giving more attention to health and well-being. Grant, anything the league can do better to protect player health?
Well, I know they've tried to cut down on travel and minimize back-to-backs, but at the end of the day, you're playing 41 road games and 41 home games. That's what it is. It's a marathon. It's going to be hard, and it's an endurance race. And so, yeah, maybe reducing regular season games, but I'm not sure that's an option. So sometimes you just got to grind it out and get through it and hope for the best for your ball club. Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
No, trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
Embiid, good.
Certainly he can extend his range, but Embiid is very comfortable from this distance.
Pass to Anthony. Over to DeRozan. And again, the Knicks missing. Houston has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Harden with it. Now here's Embiid. Embiid drawing the double team. The floater, just 5 to shoot. Here's Harden. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got 3 assists in the game.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Knicks.
I'd say the rim protection really turned things around in their favor.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have been superb. They've been trying to challenge every shot. I love their effort.
And they played well tonight, picking up win number 24 of the year.
Only a 2-game series, and they win both. They have to be satisfied with this.
Kept alive, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Showing remarkable poise and focus throughout the game, a sustained effort across the board.
Embiid finds Harden. Irving against Johnson. A little mid-range shot is up, and it's Irving missing. And here's New York now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Pass to Garnett. Here's Wade. Out to the wing. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Embiid covers. Here's Johnson. And the shot goes. And the Knicks lead by 20.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
And so New York takes this one by a big margin. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Along with Grant Hill, Chris Webber, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's presentation. Now New Balance presents the Player of the Game.
welcome and happy holidays. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, last season, Miami paid the price of success.
Well, he's honest, that's for sure. D.A., thank you. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Michael Jordan. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Pippen. And it's Payton in at the 1. And for the Heat, Griffin is out there with Jokic. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Iverson. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans.
Jokic, no good. On offense, here are the Pacers. Pippen, the pass to Payton. Pippen, a screen on Curry. Back to Pippen, takes the 3. That shot off, and it's Miami the other way. Here's Iverson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Pass to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. Hits it from three-point range. Jokic has got the first points up on the board here for Miami. Payton against Curry. For 3. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by Shaq.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
Now here's Butler. Back to Jokic. Stolen by O'Neal. Curry against Payton. The pass to Nowitzki. Back to Payton. Indiana moving it around. Pippen misses.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Jordan against Iverson. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Heat. Pass to Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. There's the drive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Iverson. Griffin trying to get open. Iverson no good. The Pacers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. Butler dishes to Griffin. Iverson outside. Pass to Jokic. Three-pointer. Butler. Miami no good on that time either. And for the Pacers, they come in off a great outing against the Pistons.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
Majority of the night, they were in attack mode. Tremendous effort all the way around.
I mean, it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
It's T-shirt time! All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for the Miami Heat Dancers!
Allen's checked in for the Heat. Morant comes in for Curry. Kemp's checked in for Indiana. low, here's Morant. Griffin a screen on Pippen. Morant passes to Griffin. And he recovers it. 4 on the clock to stop the drought. And that one comes up a bit short. Pacers leading by 4. Outside Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Allen Iverson.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better. Mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, when it comes to load management, why do we see more of it now than when you play?
Well, for me, the science of sport has evolved, and it's not just the athlete. It's the technology and the science that goes into making a better athlete. That's why you're seeing load management far more acceptable to the masses now, understanding that this is about the long game.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
To the inside. Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Love the execution. John Morant is big time at breaking down the defense in these sets.
Hardaway passes to Kemp over Wallace. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Allen kicks to Lillard. Off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Jordan, and stolen by Lillard. 1:22 left in the first quarter. Pass to Morant. Allen with the screen for Morant. Clock at 6. And it's Allen with the jam.
Shows incredible vision for a younger player. Ja Morant's a skilled distributor.
Hardaway passes to Kemp. Over Wallace. That's good from Kemp on the assist from Penny Hardaway. Kemp's got his second basket.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Lillard from outside. Kemp with the rebound. Pacers leading by 6. Left side Hardaway. It's Pippen on the wing. Kemp a screen on Butler. No good that time. The Heat go the other way with it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. It's Morant with the drop. It's good.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Hardaway against Morant. Down low. Here's Jordan. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway.
The assist.
Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game. It doesn't go for him. And so it's Indiana with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, welcome your Miami Heat.
You talk to Jimmy Butler. His confidence in this Miami team, Greg, is at an extremely high level. I mean, listen to his words.
We got a team full of guys that can score, a team full of guys that can defend.
You talk about scoring and defending and playmaking. Greg, Jimmy Butler can do all 3.
Yeah, leading the way with his play. He's made a huge difference ever since he joined the team.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Their passing has been excellent here early. A lot of their baskets coming off an assist. That should set a great tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. Butler out there with Griffin. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Curry. And it's Iverson in at shooting guard. You know, Greg, it is amazing the total effect Jokic has on the game.
And he's usually top 5 in triple-doubles now. He's really worked on his defense. And the scary part is he's still only in his mid-20s.
Pacers leading by 4. Nowitzki finds Payton. Outside, Beal. Beal with a screen on Curry. Here's Payton driving in. Lays it up off the glass. Payton's got 5.
And how about the quickness on display there for Payton, especially when he's slicing to the basket.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. After their trip to the NBA Finals in 2020, the Miami Heat is looking to get back to that championship round. Jimmy Butler says, we know what we're capable of. We want to get back to the finals. We can get back there. I like our chances against anybody, honestly. Nobody intimidates us. Kevin?
What a great attitude. They've shown they can compete at the highest level, David. Thank you.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
The Heat trail by 8. Iverson outside. Jokic with a screen on Beal. Iverson. Miami no good on that time either.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Payton outside. He kicks it to Nowitzki. Now the pass to Rodman. Back to Nowitzki. Here's Beal. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Rodman against Iverson. About 3 minutes played so far in this second quarter. Griffin kicks to Iverson. Over Rodman. Iverson no luck. Indiana leading by 8. Payton looking it over. Check the screen on Curry. Payton dishes to Nowitzki. Here's Shaq. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
It's time for T-shirts. Fans, welcome your Miami Heat dancers.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Jared Allen's checked in for Jokic. Wallace comes in for Blake Griffin. Lillard's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's John Morant in for Stephen Curry. Then for the Pacers, Kemp's checked in for Nowitzki. Jordan comes in for Rodman. And Hardaway is subbed in for Bradley Beal. Here's Morant. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Allen kicks to Morant. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Miami no good on that time either. Last game for the Heat, they picked up the win against the Pistons in Detroit. The offensive rebound, O'Neal. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite-level defender, has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
Now here's Morant.
2 minutes.
Can they get it? Kicks it out to Lillard. Allen with the screen for Lillard. Lined up there for Allen, and Allen slams it in.
And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
Hardaway with a wide open look. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Allen outside. Lillard against Hardaway. Lillard, the pass to Iverson. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Indiana Pacers. On Thursday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Sunday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Chicago Bulls.
And no secret that this team can be very tough in their own building. And that's good news as they are loaded up with home games over the next stretch. This is a chance to create some separation.
Fans, welcome your Miami Heat dancers.
Scottie Pippen's checked in for the Pacers. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. In third, the Pacers.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
.110 left in the first half. Passes it to O'Neal. Back to Pippen. Fires for three. Rebound by the Heat.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Iverson. 11 points last game. Inside, Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
You see how quick Allen moves in these situations, which makes him a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
There's 38 seconds left now here in the second, and Lillard is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Hardaway with it. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half.
Miami foul. Jarrett Allen. That's his first personal foul.
The Pacers have had two chances at the line already, making them both.
Shooting for
this season in general has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he's good on the second. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Miami Heat, trailing by 10. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. On the clock. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so that brings the first half to a close. Pacers lead by 7. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
The Pacers, 25.
Kevin, thanks. Coach.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after.
Welcome to halftime. First things first, a look ahead at other games on the docket tonight. The Trailblazers will square off against the Pelicans out in New Orleans. 8 p.m. Eastern, that one gets started.
For these two teams, any win is an accomplishment.
All right, now let's break down the first half. It's been a productive game so far for the Pacers.
Well, it's their defense that's driven them in this game so far. They were high energy, high intensity, and it was that determination on D that's allowed them to jump out to this lead. Every stop they've made just seemed to pump them up.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. On the court for Indiana, they've got Nowitzki. Jordan is out there with Payton. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Pippen in at the small forward. Now here's Shaq. 5 points in the game. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Right idea, but just too much heat on him defensively, even with the fadeaway.
Jordan against Iverson. Pass to Jokic. Curry looking around. Drives to the hoop. And Curry with the stuff.
Good recognition by Steph Curry. Quick first step. Just an incredible score off the bounce.
Here's Jordan. That's good from 17 feet away. 6 points for Michael. Steve is a bigger guard with a great three-point shot. You have to think you would have done well in today's game.
Yeah, Kevin, but probably as a center, a pick and pop big because everybody's playing smaller now. So I doubt you'd have found me in the backcourt.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic is arguably the greatest passing center of all time. Arguably because Wilt is in the conversation. But Jokic sees the game a frame ahead. Nikola said, I just look where defenders are standing, listen to what they're talking about, and their play calls. For me, it's a normal thing. I just wonder what they're doing, and I do the opposite. Kevin, it's simple, actually. I'm going to do the opposite now and stop talking.
No. You keep talking, we'll keep listening. And David, thank you very much. Now Payton, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Curry with the defensive effort. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
It's Jordan on the wing. From 18 feet away. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 3 assists in the game. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Fans, the loudest section gets free T-shirts. Let's see who's the loudest. Fans, welcome your Miami Heat dancers.
Beal's checked in for Michael Jordan. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone.
Indiana foul. Scottie Pippen. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Up top, Curry. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Jokic with the screen on Beal. Here's Iverson, and the rejection by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
And Pippen is a rugged defender, has tremendous length, and that helps him cover a lot of ground.
And it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Griffin. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Pacers leading by 11. Payton finds Nowitzki. Pippen with it. And here is Nowitzki, defended by Griffin. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's sent back by Nowitzki. Iverson against Pippen. And here is Payton. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Shaq. The feed to Pippen. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Pippen's got his first bucket in this one.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The three from Iverson. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
The Heat trail by 15, and the Heat call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
It's T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for the Miami Heat Dancers.
And some changes here for the Heat. Wallace comes in for Jokic, and Lillard subbed in for Iverson. The Pacers also with a sub. Hardaway's checked in. 1:49 left to play here in the third. Butler to stop the run. Pacers with the rebound. Shaq's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Now the dish to Hardaway. Shaq is screen on Curry. Back to O'Neal. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Outside Curry. Lillard outside. For the three. Miami no good on that time either.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
All you see is a lot of frustration. Someone needs to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make, they are executing.
And powering at home. He ends a 12-0 run by Indiana.
Nowitzki with the screen on Curry. Hardaway goes in. Griffin with some nice D.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Stolen by Pippen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Payton. Score the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Whoa, he really got his defender on his heels on that one. What a fantastic play, guys.
Butler against Pippen. Butler feeling it out a bit. Lillard is screen on Pippen. And the pass to Griffin. Over Nowitzki. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Indiana out in front, leading by 17. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Iverson is out there with Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Griffin. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Pacers foul. Gary Payton. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And Miami has possession. 17-point game. Griffin sets the screen for Butler. 6 on the shot clock. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Pippen.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shaq dishing to Nowitzki. It's Pippen with the drive. Top of the key, Payton. And stolen by Iverson. He dishes it to Butler. Jordan with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Back to Pippen from past the arc. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Pacers lead by 20.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Now here's Iverson. Griffin a screen on Jordan. Back to Griffin. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Unselfish. Moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Timeout called the Pacers.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
Fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see and hear you, fans. All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for the Miami Heat Dancers.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Payton passes to Pippen. It's stolen by Curry. And here we go. It's Butler. Makes it off the glass.
You see the intensity in Butler's eyes. When you give him room to run, look out.
Indiana leading by 16. Payton passes to O'Neal. Back to Payton. And he lays it straight in.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Griffin a screen on Jordan. Here's Iverson. It's blocked by Shaq.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Now here's Butler. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. You know, Steve, we've seen a few times in recent years in Cleveland and Indiana, for example, a new coach gets fired in year one.
Yes, Kevin, losing a locker room can do that to you. It's embarrassing for those teams. When you know it's not working, you better not delay the inevitable.
Count the basket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Pacers.
They've been playing such pesky defense. It's been very impressive, especially all the turnovers they've caused.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot, also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Now at the line, Allen Iverson.
Shooting two.
Free throw good, Iverson. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question, and I think there's a combination of confidence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. That's one way that you will lose a locker room.
Now here's Jordan. Back to Payton. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Pippen, and Butler sends it back.
Beautiful anticipation by Jimmy Butler. He sees the shot, and he's right there to block it.
Jokic trying to free himself up, and it's Butler missing.
They keep calling his number, which is partly how they've dug this hole.
Outside Pippen puts up a 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused and they've executed.
Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise! Fans, welcome your Miami Heat dancers!
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Gary Payton.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Outside Butler. Passes to Griffin. Kicks to Iverson. Steve, you played 4 years at Michigan State with all the changes, including pro options for the top prospects. Do you worry at all about the college game?
No, I don't worry about it. In some ways, having more players who stick around is a good thing. But I love the opportunities these young guys are getting. Continuity can lead to beautiful basketball. They just have to make adjustments.
Payton against Curry. Shoots over Shaq. Curry kicks to Jokic. A three ball. A putback. Jokic on the foul.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Pacers.
Look at their number of assists.
You know, they didn't get stuck in those one-on-one situations, and they got the ball to the guys with the best matchups. Easy drives, open jumpers, and great ball movement.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
First team foul.
And a new group getting ready for Miami. Jared Allen's checked in for Jokic. Wallace comes in for Blake Griffin. Damian Lillard's checked in for Iverson. And it's John Morant in for Stephen Curry. Indiana also making some changes. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Nowitzki. And Beal subbed in for Jordan. That's good from Payton. And we all value a dose of humility from time to time, even, Steve, from the stars. But what do you think is the right balance between bravado and modesty?
I think you always got to have character and respect. I think that's where it comes from. But during competition, as long as you're not crossing the line, I think it's okay.
Morant against Pippen. He kicks to Beal. Pass to O'Neal. And stolen by Butler. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Wallace. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Gary Payton.
At the line.
And Wallace, just an unreal defender. An undersized center who blocks shots and pounds the glass like a madman.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. That one misses. And so here is Indiana. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Now Hardaway. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Joel Embiid.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort, or who knows, but that's something that needs to change.
Before we get going here, we have time for a pregame courtside report. Allie LaForce, it's all yours.
BA technology is moving faster than ever. The new thing? Collectible highlights trading online. The players are taking notice. Shooting guard CJ McCollum said, quote, "A lot of players are inquiring about it. I've grown closer to the non-fungible tokens, trying to figure out what moments I should buy." Guys, he's a believer.
Boy, he is a big thinker, no doubt about that. Good reporting there, Alan. And tonight, the rare marquee matchup at center, Grant. This ought to be a treat.
Oh, yes. Two heavyweights slugging it out. The different styles, but the same goal, to dominate the painted area.
Now let's take a look at the Rockets' opening lineup. We've got James Harden. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. Then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Irving in at the 1. And from Milwaukee, we've got LeBron James. Derrick Rose is out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Russell in at the 5, down low. So the Bucks win the tip. Now here's Rose. Thompson outside. And there's James from the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You can't give LeBron space from deep. I mean, you're asking for him to rain in threes if you do.
DeRozan passes to Embiid. Harden with it. Knocked loose. Now here's George. DeRozan outside. 6 to shoot. Screen by Embiid. Fires high post. And rejects. Rose against Irving. Rose, the pass to Russell. Thompson against Harden. For 3, James. DeRozan with the rebound. First quarter, just over a minute played. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
That'll put some fear into the shooters, and he made sure to do it early, too.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a 3-point game. Irving, the pass to DeRozan. Here's Harden, defended by Thompson. Embiid, a screen on Rose. Irving attacking. First shot won't go.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Thompson passes to James. Going inside, and Embiid with the block.
A fantastic defender. Embiid is consistent, not only blocking shots, but going after them as well, especially when he's in the area.
Now here's Irving, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. James against Irving, and he lobs it up top, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Harden. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. James double teamed. George against Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, George with a steal. DeRozan, a screen on James. George passes to DeRozan. Oh, and a fast break for the Bucks. Here's Rose. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, anytime you're a guard like Rose and you can hit the boards like that, coaches love it.
Timeout called. Houston. Last time they met was in Houston.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Yeah, the offense was AWOL. It just wasn't there. No rhythm, no flow, just a tough day.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks and stage.
Get deeper into the season, the Eastern Conference standings are really taking shape. Let's take a look. You take a look at the Bucks. What a season thus far for them. Second place in the conference.
Seeing where the Bucks are, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now here's George. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. DeRozan finds Irving. Embiid a screen on Rose. 6 on the shot clock. It's good.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Milwaukee in the lead. Rose outside. To the middle. Oh, George with a steal. On the wing, DeRozan. Back to Irving. Pass to DeRozan. To the wing, right side. Irving goes in. Some solid defense from Russell.
1 for 5 out there, but no worries. Just keep attacking.
Thompson passes to James. From behind the arc. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Nice work by Duncan to lay into that defender.
George outside. The 3-ball. Rebound, Milwaukee. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now here's Harden, coming in off 12 points in his last outing.
Great timing there. Outstanding instincts by Bill Russell. In the long reach, it's a wrap.
So for the Rockets, Howard's checked in for Embiid. Tatum comes in for DeRozan. And it's Rondo in for James Harden. Here's Milwaukee. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
We talk about Embiid's surge in production, but it doesn't end there. He said, I want to push my teammates to be better and lead by example.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Rockets. And now a look at the teams who excelled at rebounding over the last month. The Bucks, second.
And last month, this team was active on the glass. Really put forth an effort to box out and track down misses.
.144 left to play in the first quarter. Davis finds Rose. Driving to the basket. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far. And many great players eventually realize that we is greater than me.
Yeah, Embiid's main point to this team is play the right way, because that's what you can control. He is intelligent, vocal, and selfless.
A minute 20 left in the first quarter. Simmons with a screen on Paul. Here's Rose, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Rondo. And there's the drive. And he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there. And the foul called on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Boy, that's just cunning and crafty by Rondo. Drives in looking to draw a foul and hoping to knock down the shot as well. That's just good basketball.
And he drops the first.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Good on both. Now the Bucks with it. They're on a 15-4 run. Pass to Yao. And there's the lob, and finished off by Davis.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
There's Tatum with the 3. No luck on that one. The Bucks go the other way with it. And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Simmons. Back to Davis. Here he goes.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Milwaukee, Anthony Davis taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
You know, I tell you what, you can make a case he's the best player in the league. Davis is really the total package, both ends of the floor, and he continues to get better.
Both free throws good from Davis. And here are the Rockets now. Down by 15. Outside Tatum. Off target from three-point range. Rose outside. Great D that time from Rondo.
Well, you will not see that from him very often, especially right at the rim.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
Also, their passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Boy, some coaches starting to feel the hot seat now, Grant. You think players are aware when that's the case?
No question, B.A. I mean, with how the present media is, it's impossible not to notice. But some coaches will discuss it and be open and transparent about it. And, of course, some coaches won't ever bring it up.
Ben Simmons is out there with Klay Thompson. Then there's LeBron James. And it's Russell in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
The three from Thompson. Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. To the inside. Now here's Tatum. He's covered closely. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Milwaukee has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Pass to Simmons. Back to Thompson. From deep three-point range. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game.
You know, many people refer to Embiid as the best big in the league right now, and largely because there isn't a hole in his game. I mean, he does a lot of everything, and as big as he is, his agility and shooting touch is off the charts.
Here's James. Out to Thompson. And there's a pick. Shot clock at 5. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Clark, you look at the evolution of Embiid's game, really speaks to his intense work ethic.
I agree with you because he's had several injuries now, and yet he has not wasted that time rehabbing because he's developed his skills in the process. He said surgeries after surgeries, at some point I wanted to quit, but his heart was too big for that, and his game is showing the fruit of his work.
That free throw is good from Thompson. And in the 2021 conference finals, 3 out of the 4 teams were helmed by black head coaches. Many hoping that'll help create more opportunities moving forward, Grant.
No question. The NBA is #1 in embracing diversity in its league. Now, we still have a long way to go, but you have to be proud of the coaches who performed, as you said, in last year's conference finals, but also seeing the steps move in the right direction this summer with a lot of hires who are African-American head coaches. So, obviously it's a results-driven business, but greater diversity is certainly welcome.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you. Here's Embiid, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. Screen by Embiid. Clock at 6. Tatum.
Tell you what, Tim Duncan's such an anchor defensively. I mean, when he's not blocking shots, he's altering them with his length. The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim. Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And he's good on the second.
Drafted 3rd overall in 2014. Wow, it's been that long already. Joel Embiid didn't play his first NBA game for 2 years. Philadelphia was extra cautious with his foot injuries. Well, Joel has proven to be worth the wait.
Fans get a free T-shirt. Let's see it, fans. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Bucks dance team.
And the Rockets making a change here. Howard's checked in. All right, let's bring up the leaderboard and see which players were the most efficient from the charity stripe last month. 5th best, James Harden.
And over this stretch, his foul shooting has been exceptional. You could tell he was enjoying every single trip to the line.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Russell, the pass to James. Simmons with it. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. James double teamed. Just 5 to shoot. And Simmons gets it to go.
That's exactly what they like to see from Simmons, not taking the sideways or neutral approach. Instead, hey, let's go through that contact.
Now here's DeRozan. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
And Irving gets it to go.
You know, there's really no defense for this. Irving relishes, actually thoroughly enjoys scoring against tight defense.
Irving against Simmons. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by DeRozan. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Harden finds Tatum. Inside. And there's Howard. That one's good on the assist by Tatum.
The concentration, the strength, the balance. Howard doing a nice job staying focused on the rim despite getting hit.
They set the screen. James passes to Simmons. Outside Russell. He gets the shot to fall, and the defender wasn't set. He's called for the block. A three-point opportunity here. Houston making some changes. George comes in for Tatum, and it's Rondo in for Kyrie Irving.
Defensive foul. Kyrie Irving. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Bill Russell. At the line for one.
And the three-pointer gaining prominence. Grant, that shot wasn't a big part of your game until later in your career. Why was that something you waited to develop?
Well, over the years, the game had changed during my career. Early on, I didn't need it as much in terms of how I played. But at the end of my career, in more of a complementary role, I had to be able to knock down three-pointers, and I did a pretty good job.
Now here's Thompson. He had 19 points in the win against Cleveland. And the Bucks miss again.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
DeRozan outside. It's deflected. Here's Pierce. Looking for his first basket still in this one. 1:19 left in the first half. And here's Thompson for three. And the three-pointer goes. And the Bucks lead by 16.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
And there's the foul. He'll go on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul of the game. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Harden. Outside, Rondo. Pass to George. Howard, the screen. It's George on the drive. Tipped. Thompson against Paul. Thompson in the post. Paul George pulls down the board.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
Howard with a screen on Davis. Shot clock at 6. George got a hand on it. Rose outside. Pass to Yao. Let's go with a three. He's off on that one. And so it's Milwaukee with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Welcome. First up, let's look at the two guys who are each leading their respective teams through the first half.
I love seeing the clash at the center position. Reminds me of when I played against the Dream, Ewing, Mourning, the Admiral, people like that. We don't see many duels at this position anymore. It's just a tremendous showdown between the two dudes.
And taking a glance now at this game, right now it's a big-time lead for the Milwaukee Bucks.
They obviously crushed it from deep. They were firing it from every angle and kept hitting the target. I mean, look at the score. Obviously, a lot of things went right for them, but that's a big one.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. One of the stories here, Klay Thompson. Man, is he getting it done today.
Through the first two quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Taking a look at the Rockets. DeMar DeRozan is out there with Paul George. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then it's James Harden. And it's Embiid in at the center position. George's shot is off.
It can be tough to find space in the mid-range area. Probably should have passed that one up.
Russell a screen on Irving. Rose the pass to Russell. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Russell's got 5 now.
Just one thing else that separates Russell from other bigs. I mean, the speed to outrun most guys on the court.
Now here's Irving, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
What an amazing trick shot to confound the defender. Oh, man, that's awesome. He's taking him to school right there.
Here's Russell. He's got 5. Right wing. Here's Duncan. George defending. Duncan, no good. Well, the Rockets shooting only 26% for this game. Not good.
Come get it, come get it.
Outside Harden. With some arc. He got a piece of it. Irving against Rose. Pass to Thompson. Knocks it down from distance. 11 points in the game.
Rose, a very solid floor general. I think that's an underrated part of his game. He's excellent at finding his teammates.
Timeout called, the Rockets.
Yeah, hoping to tap into something that'll get them clicking.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on and get loud for your Bucks and Steve.
Here's a look at some stats for Klay Thompson.
He's been playing a larger role in their offense over the past 5 games. And we see that in his usage rate, which has gone up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. DeRozan outside. Pass to Embiid. Irving, screen on Thompson. Harden misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Well, you look at Harden. He doesn't beat you with great speed or by playing above the rim. He wins with pace, angles, and strength. As unique a scorer as we've seen in probably the last 30, 35 years in the NBA.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simple.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Irving for three. Rebounded by LeBron. And Clark Harden is also an expert at using his body as a shield for the ball.
I think it's really a good lesson out there for young players coming up, B.A. Use what you have. Don't try to be somebody else. Use what you have. Don't make excuses, and then get busy putting the work in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Now here's DeRozan. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. They need this. And Irving with the basket on the assist by George.
Always great from deep. I don't think Irving has gotten enough credit for how lethal he is from behind the arc.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
In 2016, the NBA Players Association made history, voting to extend health insurance to retired players with at least 3 years of service. Chris Paul said, quote, "They paved the way for our game. This is just a little that we could do. Whenever my tenure is up as president of the union, that will be easily the greatest achievement." Brian?
Boy, that is big time, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you for that. Rondo, he's checked in for the Rockets. All right, let's take a look at the leaderboard and see the small forwards who have been picking the most pockets this season. The fourth spot held by Paul George.
And if you're an opposing small forward, this might also double as a list of the most irritating players in the league. Because when you tackle them head-to-head, it's on.
They are an elite group of defenders. I mean, they don't just make it difficult for opposing small forwards. They pester entire teams with their activity, jumping in the passing lanes, being active with their hands and feet. Very impressive defensively.
Over to the left wing. Rose outside. Thompson outside. 5 on the clock. Into the lane. And it's blocked by Embiid. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. So both teams changing it up here. The Rockets have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Outside, Rondo, Embiid, high post. From 9 feet, the rebound by the Bucks. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. It's a quick turnaround on the road, just 1 game. And again, it's the Bucks missing. Houston has gone just 1 of 3 from deep since the break. Pass to Paul. Down low. Screen by Embiid.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
George, no good.
This is a game he'd like to forget. And the worst part is bringing down the whole squad.
Here's Pierce. And Embiid with the block. Now George. From 11 feet away, it's rebounded by Pierce.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
Pass to Yao. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Yeah, you know, it's like the game is in slow motion for LeBron. He sees the entire floor and sees it so well, knows what's coming, and usually always makes the right pass.
It's time for T-shirt. Ladies and gentlemen, your Bucks dancing.
for the Rockets. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Rondo, and it's James Harden in for Paul. Here's Embiid. George passes to DeRozan. Back to George. And Davis with the block.
Davis's anticipation and timing, so good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot blocking machine.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year.
Without question, a crowd pleaser to the 10th degree.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Hey, yo, right here.
George against Davis. Oh, the block just stops it cold and takes possession.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
To the paint. And the layup is good off the glass. Davis has got 6.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Harden against Rose. Outside Harden. There's a screen. 5 to shoot. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer Embiid. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Substitution for the Rockets.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks, already up 26 points as this quarter ends. And their defense has been able to bottle up James Harden, one of the league's elite scorers. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Milwaukee has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. We've got Ben Simmons. He's out there with Markelle Fultz. And it's Little in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks.
D.A. and Anthony Davis, you got a big man who can give you 28 a game and contend for Defensive Player of the Year. Enough said.
Anthony Davis.
That free throw good from Davis. And Davis standing 6'10 with a 7'6 wingspan. His sphere of influence, let's call it, is gigantic.
B.A., I love that phrase, sphere of influence, and that's exactly what A.D. has. Multiple first-time all-defense selections, and rightfully so. This guy gets it done at both ends.
Both free throws good from Davis. And Clark, it's a relief to have fans back in the stands, but rising incidents of misconduct from a few. How do you think we discourage this?
Well, I think you first identify who those folks are, press charges, hold them accountable, make the penalty severe for that type of misconduct. Just because you purchase a ticket doesn't give you the right to act any way that you want to. There are protocols and rules and just basic human dignity and respect and courteousness that has to be applied. So make it tough on folks that step outside of those lines. Hold them accountable and press charges if need be.
And it's going to be on Rajon Rondo. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, I think he's letting his emotions get the better of him on that foul.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul. An elite facilitator, Simmons has great court vision, outstanding court vision, can make every type of pass. The offense seems to flow a whole lot better when he's out there.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Bucks.
We've seen them make the extra effort defensively, rotating, closing out airspace, and sending shots back.
And, guys, I think you've got to give them credit for the number of steals they've taken away. I mean, a lot of effort on the defense from them tonight.
And Simmons himself once said, if I don't need to shoot the ball, I won't.
He gets his greatest joy, B.A., from setting other people up. When he can make a play for somebody else, that's when he's most satisfied. It's a rare quality, I think, that should be celebrated and not over-scrutinized like it is with Simmons.
And the second free throw is good. And some have said the pandemic increased the league's interest in a potential expansion. Grant, is that something you'd like to see?
You know, I wouldn't mind that at all. I mean, it just speaks to the league continuing to be popular and continuing to grow throughout the world. So we all know there'd be a hefty expansion fee, but there's some great markets out there that love the game of basketball and would really embrace a team. You know, one city that comes to mind, Seattle. So maybe it'll happen. I'm hoping it does.
Chalk up two there. Fultz has gotten his first bucket of the night.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now here's Tatum. Misses off the left iron.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Here's Paul. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. He can't get that one to fall. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Here's what the Houston Rockets have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll be facing Al Horford and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Monday, they're off to Charlotte to face off with the Hornets.
And for that game against the Heat, it's going to be a hard-fought battle. You just hope they are able to execute their game plan as it should be a close one.
Now here's Tatum. He takes it in, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that. Even when you try to wrap him up, he finds a way to score.
Ever since the back half of last year, Tatum's been on fire. Now, the game has slowed down for him, so he could play faster, but now he's become nearly unstoppable.
One shot.
And that one falls for Tatum. And, you know, in the under-25 club, Grant, some observers say they take Tatum over Doncic and others.
Well, Tatum's a big guy who's only getting bigger. His defense is almost on par now with his offense, and he has a possible MVP in his future. Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Here's Pierce. Well, back in 2017, the league adjusted the odds to the lottery. How do you like the change?
I really love it. I mean, instead of drawing the top 3, it's now the top 4, adding to the randomness and giving another team a chance to be in that mix for the top pick. And evening out the odds has produced some shockers, too. New Orleans getting Zion was one of them.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
George, he's checked in for the Rockets. Outside Paul. Back to Rondo. Here's Howard. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Pierce. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Tatum brings a double team. Just 5 on the clock. Fultz passes to Davis. And it's off from three-point range. The Rockets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. And here's Paul. Outside Tatum. Outside Rondo. Outside Paul. Over Simmons. The Rockets again can't hit.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
With efforts to grow the game in Europe and Asia and Africa, really everywhere from the NBA. Grant, how do you see the future of this game?
Well, I think it lies in the young international stars. I mean, you see guys like Luka and Nikola Jokic from Europe and Joel Embiid from Africa. I think we'll see more and more of that as the league and the popularity of basketball grows overseas. I mean, those guys will have the drive and the examples to succeed overseas.
Here's Pierce. Yes, it's good.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Bucks.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this will go down as win number 25 for them this year.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And propelling them to a solid win, it was a night of big plays for Derrick Rose.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Pierce. Back to Simmons. With the drive. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's Tatum. It's tipped. Pass to Yao. Here's Pierce. Outside Simmons. Here's Yao. Out to Thompson. The three. Gets the three to fall.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
So this one belongs to the Bucks. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. Last but not least, here is your New Balance player of the game, Klay Thompson.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons. And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Thank you, Kev.
I agree, David. Every word of it. Absolutely. Thank you. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. And for Indiana, we've got Jordan. Nowitzki is out there with Pippen. Then there's Peyton. And it's Shaq in at the center. Here's Pippen. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, Greg, should they simply play the young guns no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
I think there should be a combination, and as long as guys are pros and really approaching the game the right way, you want to give them an opportunity to grow, and also it gives you a chance to evaluate.
The pass to Nowitzki. Here's O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
You gotta love Nowitzki setting his guys up with perfect passes.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Outside DeRozan. Back to George. Embiid with the screen on Nowitzki. Shot clock at 6. George passes to Embiid. And here's Harden for 3. That one's not going to go.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Peyton dishes to O'Neal. Kicks it to Pippen. O'Neal a screen on Irving. Here's Peyton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal foul.
That one on George.
Team foul.
Peyton, a super vocal guy, constantly talking up a storm, always trying to get into the heads of the opposition.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Peyton. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. George looking over the floor. Takes it inside. It's blocked by Shaq.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
Here's George. Up and in on the layup. And it's Indiana's ball.
And at times, it just feels like DeRozan is still underappreciated. Receives a lot of criticism for what he doesn't do and not enough credit for what he does. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Harden against Jordan. Now, here is George. He's tightly guarded. Embiid sets the pick for Irving. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. And DeRozan's talked about using negative press to his advantage.
You know, he said you have to be able to take criticism if you want to be great. Use the negative energy to become something more than you thought you could be. Yeah, the defender all over.
The Pacers have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
At the line, for the Pacers, Scottie Pippen, 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And the second free throw, good.
Pippen simply put one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer.
In the corner, George with it. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
For 3.
George has got 5.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
And the basket by DeRozan.
Boy, officials say play on, even though there's contact. DeRozan, I guess they don't think he needs any help.
Peyton kicks to Nowitzki. Pass to Jordan. Over Harden. A nice shot by Jordan.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy. Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Pass to Pippen. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Fans, your base mates.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for Shaq. Rodman comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Bradley Beal's checked in for Pippen. Hardaway is subbed in for Gary Payton. Houston with a big group substitution here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Jason Tatum comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Chris Paul, he's checked in for James Harden. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, outside Tatum launches a three. Not going to go that time. So the Pacers will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Here's George. Great D that time from Kemp.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Houston. Indiana shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Beal.
Well, Bradley Beal is the epitome of being a triple threat. He can drive it, pass it, shoot it. The complete package on the offensive end, that defines Bradley Beal.
And both free throws good for Beal.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Lets it go from 11 and too long on the shot. Indiana leading. Rodman with a screen on Paul. And Beal kicks to Hardaway. Kempa screen on Rondo. Clock is at 3. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And it's Rondo with the ball for Houston. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
Kemp kicks to Hardaway. Rodman sets a screen. And Hardaway gets it to go.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Beal against Paul. Howard with a screen on Beal. Here's Paul. Rodman with the block.
And the thing about Rodman, he's more of a position player defensively, but that time reaching up to swat it away.
Paul finds Tatum. And some nice passing there by Houston. Clock at 4. George way outside.
Oh, awesome defense. Rodman moving his feet, incredibly strong for his size, and just does a great job of getting into the head of the opponent.
Passes it to Jordan.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Pacers have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
This season, in general, has not been kind to them at the free throw line. Only about 71%.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Jordan.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
And so Jordan nails both of them. And that does it for the first quarter. Pacers out in front as they go on a 10-0 run to end the period. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on to get.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Pacers?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, and I think the other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've gotten off turnovers.
And Greg, you had a lot of success playing in college and the NBA, but what was the most fun you ever had playing with a team?
Oof, that's a tough call, Kevin. I mean, winning tends to be the most fun, so I'd have to probably say my UNLV team, but we had some great teams with the Knicks, and don't forget about my Blazers. They were also a really competitive team.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for Indiana, O'Neal is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Pippen. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Payton in at the point guard position. Last season, Embiid posted career highs as a scorer. And Greg, he did it with unbelievable efficiency.
And how about hovering around that coveted 50-40-90 club? What's amazing is how comfortable he looks. The defense is never able to speed him up.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
And what you love about Embiid, he gives you the offense, defense, rebounding, but he also plays with an edge. He gives this team a certain confidence when they take the floor.
And Embiid drops them both.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Nowitzki sets a screen for Payton. There's the pass to Nowitzki. Payton against Irving. O'Neal a screen on Irving. Payton passes to O'Neal, and the dunk by O'Neal.
O'Neal is a force of nature. Once he gets it that low, it is a foregone conclusion.
Payton against Irving. Embiid with the screen on Payton. Here's Irving. O'Neal with the rebound. Pacers leading by 6. Here's Pippen. Pippen. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Pippen's got 5.
What an effort to get the tip in, just wanting it a little bit more.
Outside Tatum. Harden sets the pick for Tatum beyond the arc. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. And you look at Shaquille O'Neal, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Joel Embiid. He's also having a tremendous season rebounding the ball.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
Pippen with it. Now guarded by Tatum. And Pippen slams it in.
And Pippen there driving hard inside. Has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
Harden. O'Neal with the rebound. Indiana leading by 10. Pippen with it. Count that as his fourth basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Irving finds Tatum. Back to Irving. Tries the spin move. Shoots over Pippen. Another miss by Houston.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
That's fantastic shot making this quarter after struggling a bit in the first.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
All right, fans, get on your feet and make some noise. It's T-shirt time. All right, look who's coming out of the court. Come on to get loud for your face made. Look who's coming out of the court. Come on to give out for your face made.
And Indiana making a change here. Beal's checked in. And a switch here also for Houston. George is checked in for Jason Tatum. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. George finds DeRozan. Back to George. And it's sent back by O'Neal. And he recovers it. And George gets it to go. Now the Pacers with it. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Here's Pippen. O'Neal trying to break free. Pippen can't hit. Rockets trail by 13. Harden dishes to Irving. On the wing, George. Back to Irving from deep. And Shaquille O'Neal pulls it down. O'Neal's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hayton attacking. Some solid defense there from Irving. And so George will bring it up for Houston. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. And that's the final game of this 5-game road run for the team. Irving kicks to Harden. 5 to shoot. And he drives in. Bucket is good.
And the D has to be more aware of Harden, especially when he's operating that close to the basket.
And Harden with such a high usage rate, Doris, it's incredible how efficient he is.
Guys, his percentages are fantastic for someone who has to take so many difficult shots. He's not at the finishing end of alley-oops, let's remember. This guy is not allowed clear lanes to the bucket. He gets the best defender night by night. This guy has to work for every look he gets.
Look who's coming out of the court. Come on to get live for your face made.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Sean Kemp, he's checked in for O'Neal. Rodman comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Jordan in for Scottie Pippen. The Rockets also changing it up. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joel Embiid. Paul comes in for James Harden. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Irving. Kemp with the bucket.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Rondo against Payton. Outside for George. And it's off from three-point range. Jordan the pass to Beal. Payton outside. To the right side. Pass to Jordan. And he uses the glass on the layup. Jordan's got 6 points.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Teardrop shot. And with that shot, the Indiana leaders get back down to 13 with the basket coming from Chris Paul.
Well, Chris Paul gets to that floater game at his size. So important to have in your arsenal.
Beal. And it's sent back by Howard. George against Rodman. George, no good.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Rondo against Beal. 30 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. That one misses. Great D that time from Howard. Back to George. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Assisted by
9 points for Paul George.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
To the middle. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Sees his man, has the angle on the interior, and drops a dime right there.
Kemp with the steal. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Pacers lead by 13. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Bradley, a strong first half for you and the team. It looked like you guys really were ready to play. Was that something Coach emphasized?
Yeah, most definitely. We wanted to hit them first. We weren't going to check any temperatures, as he said, so we were not going to just let guys do what they want to do. We're going to come out and be the aggressor, and we did that.
Obviously have to maintain that in the second half. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the...
Not sure any run of games feel comfortable, but this might be as close as you can get. They're at home against teams that they can clearly beat. This is a great opportunity for them to stack up some W's.
And time now to acknowledge what was a tremendous half of play for the Indiana Pacers.
They're going to work in the paint, doing a great job. A good portion of their offense was generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half and try to force those guys to stay outside.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What can you say? Scottie Pippen, an impressive effort here today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. So on the floor for Houston, Paul George is out there with DeRozan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Irving in at the point. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Pacers taking it the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Payton against Irving. Payton kicks to Nowitzki. 6 to shoot. There's the feed to Pippen. Embiid with the steal.
And that's miscue number 2 for them tonight. On the whole, they've been doing a great job of taking care of the basketball.
And it goes down 2 points.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Indiana moving it around. Pass to Nowitzki. Pocket 6. He kicks it to Jordan. Over Harden. And it comes off the front of the rim. Rockets trail by 11. Nowitzki with the steal. And they're moving it up. Here's Pippen. Here's O'Neal. Nice work on the board. Just paying off with the basket. O'Neal's got 6.
And it takes a lot to knock O'Neal off balance. A massive player who just fends off the D with ease.
Irving looking over the floor with the drive. And it's sent back by O'Neal. Outside Pippen. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. O'Neal high post. Jordan dishes to Pippen. O'Neal is screen on DeRozan. Here's Pippen. And Embiid with the block.
Length plus agility. Great recipe for blocking shots. Embiid's one of the best to do it. Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. Timeout called the Pacers. And for top high schoolers, Doris, who want to make a salary instead of going to college, there are now quite a few options.
There are, Kevin, and I love it because to me, this is a free market system. So whether you're going overseas, you have the Ignite franchise in the G League. And listen, there may be more options to come, and I think that's a great thing.
Check out some of the stats for Payton. 7th in steals and such a great distributor and decision maker, among the top 10 in assists per game.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Passes it to Pippen. Out to Payton. Over Irving. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, coaches might discourage that kind of look, but he'll take it anyway.
The Pacers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
For Indiana, Gary Payton, 1 shot.
That's good from Payton. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. To the paint, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
Nowitzki with the screen on DeRozan. Pippen the pass to Nowitzki. Rockets with the rebound.
And a key part, Doris, of Harden's game lately, his rebounding.
Right, because his ability to rake and take, get out in transition, make great decisions on the fly, it puts so much pressure on the defense.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the number of female officials in the NBA has grown in recent years. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We've expanded our pipeline to greatly increase the pool of potential hires. And we've seen encouraging results. There's no reason why we shouldn't have more women as officials, coaches, and basketball executives in our league." Kevin?
Thank you, D.A. And there's the pass to Embiid. And they double up Embiid. Harden outside. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Great D that time from Jordan. Indiana leading by 12.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's Pippen.
2 minutes.
12 points for him. Into the lane. And that one, good. Pippen's got 14.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Who wants a t-shirt? Make some noise! All right, look who's coming onto the court. Come on and get loud for your Case Mays.
Checked in for Indiana. Rodman comes in for Pippen. And then for Houston, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Joel Embiid. Chris Paul comes in for James Harden. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Kyrie Irving. DeRozan against Rodman. Now here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely. Howard dishes to DeRozan. Pacers with the rebound. O'Neal's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Pacers.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
And they've consistently drilled that mid-range jumper as well, and that's really opened things up for them.
1 shot.
Free throw good, Jordan. Rockets trail by 17. Howard with the screen on Kemp. O'Neal against George. He dishes it to Paul, and stolen by Jordan. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by Jordan. Payton's got 7 points.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Howard kicks to Rondo. 6 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot. And stolen by Payton. Jordan against Paul. The shot's good from Jordan. Jordan's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
Outside, George to halt the run. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. O'Neal's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Jordan, and that's going to be a travel.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the third. Irving against Payton. Harden sets the pick for Irving. Pass to Embiid.
Right there.
There's the three.
Well, you love the hustle of Dirk Nowitzki. Just throws himself at the shooter and knocks his shot off balance.
And so it's Indiana sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And against one of the toughest offensive players in the league, they've been doing a great job shutting down James Harden. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Hey, we're doing a good job of keeping our bodies on their bodies down there. Let's take them all away. Let's take them all away. And when we get it, let's run. Let's run. Let's get out.
Well, Greg, you can tell he's appreciating the hustle on the glass, absolutely loving the effort.
Not wanting to waste any time after grabbing rebounds. Coach Carlisle wants his team to push the pace.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Shaquille O'Neal. Gary Payton is out there with Michael Jordan. Then there's Nowitzki. And it's Pippen in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Here's Embiid. O'Neal with the rebound. Shaq's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Payton kicks to Jordan. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 4 assists now tonight.
It's just one of those nights where Jordan can do no wrong offensively. And let's talk about the endurance to go along with it. Wow.
Who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise. Then your base mates. Fans, your base mates.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Houston making some changes. Pass to Trent. Greg, you've got the unique opportunity right now to watch your son Cole follow in your footsteps. What has changed for players now versus when you played?
Well, I think the players today are so much smarter, and they prepare to be pros at such an earlier age. And honestly, I think that's one of the advantages our league has. You know, you don't have to teach these guys responsibility. You may have to teach them the game, but they are ready, willing, and able to work to achieve their goals.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Well, Dorsey's already a great scorer, and now Tatum has become an incredibly efficient scorer.
Well, listen, the great ones are not only about putting up numbers, it's how efficiently you do it. From 3, from the free throw line, this guy is so much more consistent. And yes, he's got the mid-range game that he can go to in tough spots. This guy plays big at the rim. He's everything you want offensively.
And you think back to that 2017 draft, scouts trying to poke holes in Tatum's game, but really, he just needed a little time to develop his skills and get stronger.
Here's Horford. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Horford's got his first points in this one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Rodman against Tatum. Hachimura with a screen on Rodman. Tatum no good. And without naming names, it feels like Tatum, is starting to dominate other all-stars at his position.
And now his game is so complete. Regularly over 40% from 3. He can drive it, post you up. The only success defenders have is when they guess right.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. It's stolen by Rodman. There's Beal with the 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Second chance shot. Great D that time from Tatum. And for Houston, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. And that one's good. Hachimura.
This guy is too powerful and likes and relishes the opportunity to play through contact. Rui doing Rui-like things.
Here's Hardaway. Banked in off the glass.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
It's Trent on the wing. He's covered by Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A nice shot by Tatum.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Hardaway against Paul. Outside Hardaway. Dishes it to Rodman. Horford kicks to Beal. The screen from Kemp. Launches it. Bradley Beal, and that's good.
Well, this guy shoots it with such tremendous efficiency. Bradley Beal provides the most important thing in the NBA, and that's floor spacing.
Ball finds Howard. Now Hachimura. Now Hardaway. Kemp can't hit. Here's Hachimura. Paul passes to Trent. Some nice passing there by Houston. And back in the day, Greg, Allen Iverson got criticized for devaluing practice. Now we've got healthy players sitting out a game. Has load management gone too far, you think?
Not a practice, but a game. We got guys missing games, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. But honestly, I'm really all for load management in this regard. If I owned a team and I had to invest $200 million in a player, I want to do everything I can to prolong my investment. And the reality is we've got our stars playing at unprecedented lifts at higher levels later in their careers. So I'm all for doing what we can to prolong the careers of our very best players. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Pacers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
A drive by Beal. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Back to Trent. Kicks to Tatum. Ball against Beal. And here's Tatum for 3. No good that time. And Indiana will come the other way. Ball against Hardaway. The screen from Kemp. And it's sent back by Howard.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
And here's Trent. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, we present the New Balance Player of the Game, Shaq.